And what does it mean? The moon is the private emotional life, the most private, vulnerable part of you, the most, personal. And the 10th house is the most public house of all. If you're looking at Western astrology, you'll see that the 10th house is here on the top. Because if this is the horizon of the earth, this will be the 10th house is the highest position during, above the sky. So basically this here, this portion, the 10th house of the horoscope, is the highest position above your head. So the most visible position in the sky. So it's the most public house. So your private life becomes extremely public. It's almost impossible to live a private life. And not that you want it, usually you're out and about, people know you, you're a well-known face. Princess Diana had that. Her private life was always out in the papers. It's impossible almost to have this your life. But you feel very comfortable in the limelight as well, because the moon shows where you feel at home. So 10th house is, the most public house. So you feel comfortable to be, to be visible, to be seen, to be in leadership positions. 10th house is the leader, is the career person, is the person who wants to get things done. So the moon there, they'll feel very emotionally connected to their career. First of all, 10th house is the career. And sometimes if they're not feeling emotionally well and someone has the moon in their 10th house, you can be sure that it has to do with their work. If something in their work environment is not going well, if something about their reputation, about their recognition it's not going well, it can really disbalance their emotions. The moon is very receptive to the people's opinion, to what others think about them, in particularly about their image in society. So they can be very. The negative side of this is that the person is very sensitive to the public expectations of others and to what others project on him as a figure. And they would always want to live up to those high standards that the others expect from him. So it can sometimes even become someone who is always trying to have the best image, to present the best possible way of how they're living and what they're doing, So sometimes they feel the pressure for their reputation and for keeping up the high standards because of what others are expecting from them, because of what the public expectations from others. So these are very recognition-sensitive people. These are very reputation-sensitive people. Their well-being depends on it a lot. And their career, their heart is so into their career. The moon is the emotions, the heart. They're very sensitive when it comes to their career matters. But they usually become very well-recognized figures. Such people, even if they're not celebrities, they will be well known in their social environment, they will be well known in their career or their workplace normally. There will be someone who stands out. They will be, it's almost highly recognizable, highly visible. Usually they're at the peak of the social pyramid. Well, there are always exceptions, as I said. There might be blocking influences. Astrology is not one factor. You take it and that's it. But for majority of people with moon in the 8th house, they'll be striving always to the pyramid in the career or in social pyramid in whatever way. They can become a public icon as well. They can become they're really great for positions where they're not doing the real leadership sometimes, not doing the real power, the direct power, but where they're representative of a certain class or a certain where they have more of a symbolic ruling role, where they're representative of certain project or certain cause or a certain company or corporation, but they usually take leadership positions which are more symbolic in their role, but they're always well-known figures. Always, they might often be associated with highly ranking people from high social ranks, and they might be very attached either to their career, emotionally attached to the fruits of their career, emotionally attached to their reputation, to people in high ranking positions as well, emotionally attached to authority figures. They can have strong bond with authority figures like bosses or father figures, and they can as well, because moon shows female energy. So usually the mother, the primary caretaker, from childhood. So the mother was very maybe like a public figure or recognized or kind of ambitious figure, career oriented, or she was a very much, you know, like the way we describe so far. And or female or other females in the life of the person, they might be always striving for relationships with kind of more high-ranking females. And they might have friendship with high-ranking, kind of more top of the pyramid females, and they can have such advantageous relationships. Not talking love relationship, it can be friendship relationship or just business relationship with such more high-ranking women in power. And yes, so the mother can be a leader as well, can be sociable, responsible. And interestingly, the moon can also be good for careers, because 10th house shows sometimes the primary career, not always, but sometimes. They can be good for careers which are moon-oriented. And these occupations connected to women, connected to caring, to nurturing, to hotel industry, to property or water, any kind of careers connected to water, to public services as well, to counseling, because moon rules all those things, to commerce as well, moon rules commerce, and shopping. But there are many different possibilities for that, but usually the person is well known, is recognized, and it is important for them. This gives them emotional comfort and emotional happiness when they achieve this. And I think I mentioned everything so far. Please share with your stories. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Which part do you agree? Share, add in a bit more probably from your own experience, which I'm sure is fuller. And thank you very much.